Good afternoon, everyone. Anthony Wall Street Trader, 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 7, 2022. This is not financial advice. This is educational. Click the subscribe, share the video, and click that thumbs up. We've got a lot to thumb up. I got a lot of thumbing to do here. Number one, we have to give a big thumbs up to Origin. Not only did Christmas come 2 weeks early at 55 cents, 55 cents, but we have a little bit more to talk about. I'm not done with OUSD yet. I'm not done with that. You're going to learn all about OUSD after another week because this product, I think, is ready to just gear up beyond belief. The DeFi product of Origin is something people need to not ignore. Well, we have a 55-cent handle right on Origin US dollar right now. OGN USD is currently flooring out around 55. Currently, 68 is up there on the area of resistance. Now, when we get into OUSD, right after we get over Bitcoin, we're going to go into the DeFi product. I want to explain to you how big of a deal it is since they've shifted into different yield algorithms as well as yield farming algorithms, plus changing the back-end exchanges that they're dealing with. Now, a couple of things. Origin Bitcoin is also in relatively good shape. If you look at this over time, it's still well within this triangle that we've been watching. Now, I'm going to get rid of this little support line, that diagonal line of support, but we're still in it. We were really looking good over here when we were around 1492. We did pull back. Yes, Bitcoin started breaking new lows here, and we're going to run into that in a second. Right now, we do have a floor support at 1265. We're well above that at 1326. Resistance at 1492. We've got another few weeks. Just hang in there. I think this thing is ready to fly. In the meantime, Bitcoin US dollar is on a tear down. Well, where is it going? Not too long ago, we were talking about the possibility of this thing coming down to all the way down here, possibly to 40. Well, guess what? Looks like we just hit it today and right on the nose. So 40K seems to be the area of support right now. If for whatever reason this thing continues to trek down, I still think we've got not much time left between now and the point at which tax sales are going to be kind of over, when people start coming back into the market. So right over here, we've got a 37K handle in terms of where I think next probable area of support is. So we're going to keep our monitor on that as well. But remember, we're right over here, and this is 40, almost 42. We got a floor of support around 40, and up here around 44. So now we are range bound right in the smack middle of that channel. A couple of other things. Bitcoin dominance also starting to go sideways again. Started coming up a lot. I think a lot to do with fear. This started to turn into a fear index, but it's nowhere near a level of fear still. We're still at 40. Altcoin is here to stay, in my view, based on this dominance view. And it's been kind of low lately, and it's been staying low. So we'll see how long this can play out. Now, if I zoom out and we take a bigger, broader look at this thing, it looks like we're kind of curling to the side, but we may start trekking back up. I still think Bitcoin is going to catch that bid. I may have to bite my tongue for another week until we get past that 30-day wash sell rule. I think we're going to be done with that soon. In the meantime, let's go and take a look at what's going on in Origin US dollar. This is the OUSD product, not to be confused with the token Origin protocol, but the Origin dollar itself. This is a stable value coin tied to the dollar, the US dollar, that yields a very high percent. Look, the other day, 2 days ago, we were yielding on average 21. How in the hell over 2 days did it go from 21 average 30-day trailing from 21 to 26? Well, let's click into it and see what's going on. Remember, I told you last time, this is the link, and I put it in the last link and the link before that on the prior videos. I'm going to do it again because this is important. These are over 30% a day. Look at the past. We've always had sub 20, in the 20s, sub 20s. Now suddenly we're getting plus 100% on a daily here, on an annualized basis, of course. Over 358 here, pitiful day there, but 55, 69, 167, 45, and today so far 220. I mean, this thing in 2 days went from an annual percentage yield of 21 to 26. And that's because of the change in how they are doing their yield algorithm in optimization, plus some back-end exchanges that they're plugged into. And I'm telling you right now, it's starting to look really good. I'd love to see where this thing goes. In the face of market volatility, with the equities going down, with Bitcoin going down, this thing is starting to rise. So if you have this sitting in your wallet, well, good for you. You're probably making a killing. Now, in the meantime, if you look at you can go and just look straight over at the analytics.ousd.com. Again, this is their DeFi product. I encourage everyone to come take a look at this. And I'm telling you, this daily yield, in my view, eventually this trailing 30-day average annualized percentage yield should, in my view, at the rate it's going, probably get to like 35 to 40% in a year. Now, you're never going to get that on a 10-year average in the stock market. That I could tell you. But another thing to note here is if you scroll down, you can get to see how big are the wallets. Now, generally speaking, if you look over here, the wallets that are greater than, this is the amount of money that they have broken out by balance. Down here, these are token holders broken out by number of wallets. So you got a few people that are in it for more than $2 million they've invested in this thing. There's like 3 people that have done that. You know, above 100,000, you've got at least 30 people that have at least $100,000 in this thing. So just kind of like nice to know. And plus, you can see it's starting to gradually grow. Look at the balances on this thing. The total supply has been growing and growing and growing. People are buying this thing up, and I think it will be here to stay. I don't know that we're going to have a yield at 26% for very, very long, but I expect to see it at least 25% over at least the next year or so. And I think the stock market's probably going to be, paltry relative to the yield that we're talking about here. So anyway, something to think about in your day to day. But in the meantime, Argent US dollar, I think it's a great price here, 55. I mean, what could I tell you? This is not financial advice, but this is my own gut feeling here. It feels like a right spot to start enjoying it a little more. Remember, it wasn't too long ago we were at 458. That is over 8 times from where we are right now. And if you believe in the product on the fundamental basis, on the fundamental value of their DeFi product, coupled with their NFT product, I think this is the investment of a lifetime. I'll talk to all of you later.